Hi everyone, it's GameBoy here again. It's time for another game collection video. This time it's the Game Boy Advance. This is my original Game Boy Advance, which I got when it first came out with the transparent body. It was a Japanese import, and then once the SP came out, I got this. This is a again Japanese import of the black model, and I've also got the European release in metallic blue, which is the other halves. Obviously, with the SP having a rechargeable battery, we've got the charger that came with my Japanese one, which is this, which is a US and Japanese charger. The plug on the end here is actually that plugs into the GBA. SP is the same as on the original DS. So if you've got original DS charger and have a Game Boy Advance SP, you can charge them. And obviously, we've also got the UK version as well. Now, as the Game Boy Advance SP didn't have a headphone jack, you actually had to buy an adapter cable that converted your charging port into a headphone socket. This is my one. This is the original Nintendo one, which I got as soon as I got the SP, so I was able to use the headphones on it. And then I've also got a third party one, which the other half has for hers. As you can see, they're pretty much similar. The mouldings are slightly different. You can't really see it on there, but there's a Nintendo. Just get the light in the light. There's a Nintendo written across there, which shows on the third-party one. But they both do the same job and both work fine. Next, I've got the Game Boy Advance link lead. Now, obviously, with the GBA, you had up so you could plug up to 4 Game Boys together, rather than needing a 4-player adapter like you did with the original Game Boy. The idea was you could take the purple connector from your link lead and plug it into this box in the middle of your friend's link cable, and that would then enable you to have 3 devices plugged up rather than just the 2. And then obviously you could chain another one there to make 4 and 5s and so on. So I believe it was limited to only 4. There was talk of trying to push it to 8, but as far as I'm aware, all the games, the maximum could handle only 4. Later on, Nintendo released a wireless adapter to enable you to transfer data between people without using the cable. It was only a local wireless communication, wasn't like Wi-Fi, and it would only work on certain games. Typically, these were things like Pokemon Leaf Green and Fire Red and Emerald, which Nintendo put the ability to use the wireless adapter in. I will put a link in the bottom below the video to a Wikipedia page. It does list all the games that are compatible with the wireless adapter, so that was quite nice to have. So I've got 2 of those. The first case I bought for my Game Boy Advance when it came out was this one. The official Nintendo one has places for games and leads, and then the Game Boy Advance fits in the front. To be honest, nowadays I just put games in there rather than actually in the consoles. Then when the SP came out, I picked this one up. Again, another official Nintendo one. Single zip. You've got a holding point for your Game Boy, position for your charger or your leads and games, and then obviously there's another pocket up here which is for your games to fit in. Again, this one I tend to use just for games now as well. We've then got this Logic's free neoprene case, which the other half uses for her Game Boy Advance. Pretty simple, just console goes in there, GBA, GBA SP or a Game Boy Pocket or Game Boy Color, and you've got a little pouch in the front for some games. And I've also got this one, which is a bit of a strange thing. It's actually a little coffin. It came as a special offer with the Boktai game, you can see there, which is a Konami game about killing vampires, and it could hold, on the bit there, 2 games in the bottom, and then it could hold a Game Boy Advance, but it was actually also moulded that it would hold an SP as well, which is quite free with the game when I ordered that from Japan. And then we've got the case I use, which is this one, which is what I use nowadays for my GBA. This is just a standard little portable one. A couple of little games fit in there, and the SP fits in there. It's nice. It's nice and small, portable. I don't carry too many Game Boy Advance games with me these days, purely because most of the stuff I'm playing is on DS. But obviously I can just leave games in my bag as well, so I don't have to worry about keeping them stored in here. Next I've got is this, which is the Action Replay. It's basically a game altering device. It uses USB to communicate with the PC, and it stores the codes on the device. And then I've got the e-reader. This is the American e-reader. They did a Japanese version as well. They're actually region locked. The e-reader could communicate with things like the GameCube, but you could only communicate to games made in the same territory. So I could only use on American GameCube games or American Game Boy games. Now this is the type of card you would get for the e-reader. So it looks like a normal Pokemon card, but that strip along there and that one along the bottom is actually data, which is read by the reader when it's swiped through. I've got a collection of these. I've got the ones that came with the original e-reader, so I've got the Machoke and Machamp collection. I've also got the on the original Game & Watch games, which we've got Manhole, and we've also got Donkey Kong Jr., which is actually on multiple cards. I've also got there's actually a couple of packs of the Animal Crossing cards, and there's a couple of cards that came with the e-reader itself. And I've also got the complete set of Super Mario Advance 4, Super Mario Bros. 3 e-reader cards for the US version. The only one I'm actually missing is one that wasn't available to purchase. It was given away as a promotional offer, which is card number 1. Don't have that, but I do have all the others that are out, all the ones as a set. Game-wise for the GBA, we've got the one that the other half has, which is Pokemon Fire Red. It's got the Japanese Ozamangadai game. Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories. Final Fantasy Tactics Advanced. Pokemon Sapphire. And the versions of Final Fantasy 1 and 2 released onto the GBA. Now for my collection, I've got Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3, Jet Set Radio, Tekken Advance, Gradius Advance, Sonic Advance 3, Gunstar Heroes Future, Super Ghouls and Ghosts, Contra Advance, Japanese version of Mega Man 02, Guilty Gear X Advance, Mega Man 0, Tetris Worlds, King of Fighters EX, Street Fighter Alpha 3, Super Monkey Ball Jr., F-Zero GP Legend, the Japanese version of Final Fantasy Tactics Advance, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the Japanese version of Mega Man 04, Sonic Advance, Teenage Mutant Ninja Hero Turtles 2, Metal Slug Advance, Mega Man 03, Doom, Sonic Battle, Japanese version of a Boktai with the light sensor, Super Mario Advance 4, Super Mario Bros. 3, as I said, the American version with the e-reader support, F-Zero Maximum Velocity, Wario Land 4, the Japanese version of Super Street Fighter 2 X Revival, Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga, Boktai 2, again with the solar sensor, Castlevania RSR, Japanese version of Final Fight 1 Advance, Legend of Zelda Link to the Past, which is the SNES one, but with the Four Swords adventures as well, Mario Kart Super Circuit, Yoshi's Island, which is Super Mario Advance 3. Super Mario Advance, which is Super Mario Bros. 2. Golden Sun. Double Dragon Advance. Legend of Zelda: The Minish Cap. Super Mario Advance 2, which is Super Mario World. Advance Wars 2. Riviera. Sword of Mana. Sonic Advance 2. Gundam Seed Battle Assault. Mario Golf Advance Tour. Pokemon Ruby. Castlevania Harmony of Dissonance. Castlevania Circle of the Moon. Mario vs Donkey Kong. Golden Sun 2. Metroid Fusion. Pokemon Leaf Green. Advance Wars. Earthworm Jim 2. Pokemon Emerald. And Metroid Zero Mission. So that's all my Game Boy Advance stuff. If you want to leave a comment below, please do. If you wish to subscribe to my channel to see my other game collection videos of my video blog, please do. And I'll see you around. Bye.